Hello, my name's Cosima, 32 years old and I'm a sanitation worker at a bus station. My job is very simple, that is responsible for cleaning the waiting area where the guests wait for the car to leave the station. Although it sounds simple, this job makes me very uncomfortable. Just imagine, after you put all your effort to sweep the trash, then as soon as you turn around, you see someone throwing garbage. In order to limit the situation of uncontrolled waste and pollution, the station also has posted notices on the walls. Attaching to this job has helped me witness many things that I did not know whether to laugh or cry. Some people carry a lot of gold with them and then get the rubbers to break their necks. A mother engrossed in pressing the phone to forget to look after her child. There are passengers who forgot to bring luggage to the car, and you name it. Only one time was I the main character in a half-crying story. One afternoon, as usual, I was struggling to clean the station after it was gradually over. I found someone leaving a small suitcase under the chair in the corner of the waiting area. At first, I was going to bring it to the station manager to return to the guest who forgot, but when I picked it up, I saw a dollar bill falling through the gap of the suitcase. It seemed like a lot of money was in there. I changed my mind. Someone forgot to lock the suitcase, so I opened it to see what was inside. I could not believe my eyes. This was a suitcase full of money. I guessed it must be over 1 billion. 1 billion! Oh my God! This was the amount of money that I didn't dare to think even in my dream. And now it was right in my hands, in this suitcase that has been forgotten by the owner. But I thought that only for me this amount of money was huge, but for the owner it was probably not worth anything, so they could forget it. This was probably the compassion of God for a staff who swept trash day and night like me. The more I thought about it, the more I wanted to bring this suitcase home quickly. Being so scared of someone finding out, I secretly put the suitcase in the trash and pushed it straight to my personal storage room. I took a dark bag, carefully put the suitcase inside and asked to leave 2 hours earlier. I was anxious to get this suitcase home as quickly as possible before the owner returned to make a fuss or someone would find out that I had picked it up. When I got home, I told everything to my husband, Alpha. Alpha couldn't help his rejoice. We laughed out loud all over the house and jumped. That night we couldn't sleep. We whispered to each other about this joy. But after whispering a few sentences, Alpha woke me up. Honey, I think I have to find a place to hide this money. It's so much money. That's right. 1 billion, not a few. We have to find a place to store this money immediately. We fumbled around for such a long time and did not know whether to put this money. The house was empty. There was no safe box and there was no place that was private and secure. Thinking about all the ways, Alva told me to put the money under the hollow brick under the floor. No one can know this place. For the next days, we were nervous and worried even every night. We weren't able to sleep. I don't know if a lot of people out there are like us or not, but indeed, just this much money made me and Alva endlessly sleepless. We were afraid that when we overslept, thieves would break into the house, scared that this might be money for the band of thugs. They discovered that I was the one who carried the money and went to my house to chase my whole family. It felt like a bomb in the house and was waiting to explode. Being too tired, Albert told me, "All right, please give them the money back. This money should belong to the one who is the owner. Our family has this money, but we also have to live uncomfortably." Well, I think Alva was right. Previously, we were poor but living comfortably and peacefully. But now, with the presence of a suitcase of money, we have to live in a state of anxiety and fatigue every single day. The next morning, I carefully carried the money suitcase to the station manager to return it to the owner. That very afternoon, they called me up to talk. I thought maybe they wanted to make it clear why I brought it home and then intended to possess it. Well, I returned it all. After all, you cannot believe what life will give you, right? The owner of this suitcase was none other than my uncle Mark. That day, my uncle brought the money to the city to pay for heart surgery for his child, but he was so worried that he rushed into the car and left the suitcase behind. When he got to the hospital, he found out that, and because he had no money, my uncle had to borrow from his friends to undergo surgery. Uncle Mark thanked me for my kindness and gave me 30 million, but I didn't accept it. I gave it back to him to take care of his child. Luckily, the money suitcase went to its owner, and the owner was none other than my relatives. My decision to return the suitcase was correct and really wise. Without this amount of money, Mr. Mark's life after borrowing money would be extremely difficult. Now my family can comfortably live again. I have been praised and awarded by the city for my good deeds. The newspaper have all reported on a good, honest, and kind sanitation worker. What about you? If you were the one who picked up that suitcase of money, what would you do?